And welcome back to a brand new Dragon Ball Z What If. This one comes to us from Dr. Freeman. Dr. Freeman, you asked the question, what if Gohan and Piccolo trained in the hyperbolic time chamber before the Saiyans arrived? Now, I've done a similar version of this where it was the Z Fighters trained, but here we're obviously just looking at what if Piccolo and Gohan trained in the hyperbolic time chamber alone. So what is the catalyst for this to happen? I think what happens here is it's maybe about a week before Goku is, or a couple days prior to before Goku is going to be resurrected. The Z Fighters do go and get the Dragon Balls. Meanwhile, Piccolo and Gohan are pretty much, they're got as much training as they can. Gohan actually asks, or Goku actually asks King Kai if he can, communicate, check in on his son, see how he's doing, because he was made aware of what happened. At least in this version, we could say he was made aware of what happened. So he just wants to see how well Gohan and Piccolo are doing. And, he goes, he looks in, takes the King Kai. It's like, Gohan, hey, how you doing, son? It's like, Dad, where are you?
Goku, is that you? Where the hell are you?
It's like, oh, I'm still in King Kai's. It's like, oh, man, you guys have gotten stronger. And I'm really proud to see you growing, Gohan, but you guys could probably get even stronger. Thanks for taking care of him, Piccolo. I was like,
oh, I didn't do it for you.
But I don't think it's going to be enough. King Kai said these Saiyans are bad news. So, they're well beyond what Rad's was.
You're saying I'm not strong enough?
I say, well, yeah, but I talked it over with Kami. He's not happy about it, but there is something we can offer you. Head to Kami's lookout.
He's like, the lookout? Why would I? You're sure Kami's gonna just not try to kill me on the spot?
Oh, come on. We both know you're stronger than him now. And besides, you gotta let bygones be bygones eventually. They kind of just look at each other, just, Mr. Piccolo?
It's like, not now, Gohan. You're looking well, you old prune. I could say the same about you, Piccolo. You're looking very youthful for a 3-year-old.
Oh, actually, at this point, I think he'd be 6. Actually, how old would he be? 5, 6, 5 years of that, plus another. No, he's about 8, I think. Anyway,
we've made the arrangements. What are you talking about? What arrangements? We're giving you use of the room of spirits and time.
Which Piccolo doesn't know immediately what this is, but he does have a vague impression, thanks to the few little memories he has of his former life as King Piccolo being half of Kami. So they go and say, here you'll be able to get a full year's worth of training in one day. However, you can only use it twice in a lifetime. And the food, there's only enough food for you for 2 people. That's why we only insist ever 2 use it at once. Fortunately, that won't be a problem, as Piccolo only really consists on water. As the Namekians really only consist mostly on water. And, yes, you're saying this. It explains that it's a dimensional space separate from, their universe. The gravity is 10 times that Earth, and the farther you go into the chamber, the more intense the conditions get.
Huh. He's sure he wants to trust me doing this. I'll probably end up far beyond him by the time he gets here. These are Goku's words. I don't understand how he can be so trusting of you, but if Goku is willing to put his faith in you, I suppose we have nothing better to do than do the same. Well, right. Don't worry, old man. I'm not planning on doing anything too bad at the moment. And so, enjoy your year.
Whoa, this place is so big. And he steps down, just, what is going on? To which Piccolo does, see it. He had to take the step. And even Piccolo has to adjust. Piccolo can adjust easier than Gohan can. His power level is 3,500 right now. I think that puts him well in the range of someone who could definitely take the gravity. But as we saw when Gohan went into the hyperbolic time chamber in the original, even at the millions of base power level he still was taken back by the gravity because he wasn't used to it.
So he's not wrong. He's going to some good training kit. All right, time to go to work.
And so for the next year, they train. Now, keep in mind, Gohan's power is I think only 924 or something like that, 904, whatever. For simplicity's sake, we're going to actually round it down for 9 for easy math. So, remember that the training he had Gohan do was not really to raise his power all that much. It was to teach him martial arts, teach him how to fight and survive on his own. So now that he's kind of gotten that down, now they can actually really go into some hardcore training. Granted, Gohan's still got to get used to the gravity, and he's still Gohan. He's still Gohan at that age, so he's still going to have that mentality of being scared initially. Although an extra year definitely helps curb that out. Obviously, as we saw in the original, Piccolo had grown to bond and kind of look at him as a surrogate son in many ways. They'll get an extra year in there to help strengthen that bond. Now, take the year out of the equation. We fast forward now to after they get out of there. It's like, oh, wait, you let Piccolo and Gohan go in there alone? Wait, why? Wait, which is, wait, why didn't you let us go in there? There wasn't any time. We had a whole damn year, which is a legit question, but I have a feeling they just didn't feel they'd be able to handle it. At least not at their the state they were originally at. And to be fair, their powers were pretty freaking low. I was like, well, you wouldn't have been able to handle it. Well, then, you said it only takes a day to go through a year, right? It's like, that's correct. That's correct. Well, then why didn't you just give us like a week before the Saiyans got here after the training you already had us do and go in there afterwards? Because at that point now, Kami doesn't actually have an head. It's like, I suppose I didn't think about that. Yeah! Well, maybe we'll have some time. I'm afraid the Saiyans will be... and yes, Kami's sensing it out. They butch Goku back right. I'm afraid the Saiyans will be showing up probably within the next day. It's like, there isn't enough time. Damn it! Now, power levels. Where are they at? It's difficult to say because you would expect a huge boost here. But remember, Piccolo is training not just himself, but Gohan, and they're training together. Now, this helps Gohan quite a bit. Piccolo doesn't have as strong of an individual to train against necessarily in Gohan, but he can still train on his own, kind of like Vegeta did. Well, he's not going to just neglect him like Vegeta did with Trunks. For me, personally, for a conservative number, I am going to do... Because, remember, Goku trained under 10 times gravity as well. And his power... The thing is, the idea that he got a Zenkai, you could make the argument. The problem is that, A, we don't know if you can get a Zenkai from coming back. A lot of people from the dead. A lot of people think that, but it's not confirmed. And we also don't, even if you can, there's no evidence to suggest he actually got a Zenkai from just going to the other world. So, if I'm not mistaken, Goku got roughly in 20 times from training on King Kai. And he was devoted, and a lot of that training was, again, getting used to the gravity. So if Goku had already been used to the gravity there and just been training nonstop, he probably would have gotten a higher multiplier. Similar situation here for Piccolo and Gohan, but they were able to adjust pretty quick, and they were only focusing on training in the gravity. And they had training partners. So I will conservatively, indubitably say that Piccolo's getting, roughly speaking, a 25 to 30 times multiplier. I'm tempted to go the full 30, but first off, right out the gate, that's going to put him at a power level, roughly speaking, of about 87.5. So why don't we just round up to an even 90,000? That puts him at a serious power level. Gohan also probably gets a hefty boost as well. Probably not as big as Piccolo's, because he has to adjust even more to the gravity. But I would say, roughly speaking, a straight 20 times. I get the 9 times multiplier. That puts him at 18,000. That puts him now at Vegeta's full power level. So they're sensing their power levels, but they're keeping them suppressed too. They're probably keeping them, roughly speaking, at 1,000. Because we saw, hell, from Trunks of all people, who was a Super Saiyan, he could suppress his power all the way down to 5, according to the reading. Anyway. So they're waiting for Goku to show back up. They're waiting for the Saiyans, and the Saiyans arrive.
So, you're finally here. We've been waiting for you, punks.
Oh, he's funny, Vegeta.
Look, why don't we just get this over with, alright? I've got better things to do with my time than take you weaklings on. Oh! The Namekian thinks he's hot shit. Well, we're not going to be bothered trying to deal with you. We have help for that.
And so he just plants the Cybermen.
And Piccolo's like, oh, you guys can take those guys, those pieces of cabbage. I'm going after the big game.
Oh, someone thinks they're cocky, and the Cybermen come at them, and they all take them on, so forth.
Oh, but do you really think you could take on? I told you you could take on Nappa.
And so now it's like, you want to get through him? You gotta go through me.
Go on, you can have him.
Are you sure, Mr. Piccolo?
Yeah, you should be fine with him. Don't even have to go all out.
Okay. He powers up and hey, Vegeta, he's powering up. What does his power level say?
Well, let's see right here. What? Uh, it's
And now we can get it legitimately.
it's over 9,000. What 9,000?
And so Gohan starts to beat the crap out of him a little bit. Now, but still scares him a bit, and it does get like good, legitimate, like hard hits in. The problem is now their power level is so drastically different. Like, and I said over 9,000. He's probably at his full power, honestly, because he still is young and can't control it completely. Like Gohan was like, I mean that hurt, but I'm okay. He's like, Gohan just like, he's pretty slow, and then poof, and just hits him again.
You guys, be sure to take care of this guy where Gohan won't be able to. I trained him pretty well, but there's still some things he's squeamish about.
And so him and Vegeta kind of just float up and say,
you really think you could take me on? That's adorable. All right, then, let's see what you've got.
So again, quickly, it becomes apparent that Piccolo is just not toying around with Vegeta. Just,
you! Look, I'm not going to be like Goku. I'm not giving you the chance. I'm ending this now.
But I'm going to make sure. And he starts charging his, Masa and Capo, special beam cannon. Just
my special beam. Charging my attack.
And we know that thing can boost your power level up quite a bit, depending on how long you charge it for. For Piccolo, he was able to get it like over, how many times his power now? I think about it, almost over 4 times his power. Well, not almost over 4 times. It was, I think, closer to like, it was definitely over 3, like 3.5 times his own power. And he's just charging.
Say goodbye to the Gallet gun. Fire!
And, he fires the Gallet gun, and he's firing it down. It's still that same. It's boom struggle, but not quite.
Special beam cannon!
And he barely had time to charge, but already at 90,000. He's well beyond Vegeta, who, even using a Gatling gun, is not going to get much above 30. I think they even say his power's like around 30,000 when he did that. I think that might be Daizenshu. So he just shoots right through the beam. And, Vegeta's barely able to get out of there before, like, knocks his shoulder out. And, he's blasting.
You bastard! Yeah, sorry. Go on. You done yet?
Yeah, sorry. He's like, an opposite.
Damn it.
Well, you heard him, guys. We'll finish this up. Go on. It's okay. You don't have to do it.
It's like, damn it. Wait. I've still got an ace in a hole.
And his arms, he's got a giant freaking chunk missing out of his shoulder. It's lucky his arm's still there.
Like, why? What's with the laughter?
And at that point, it's Goku. Goku shows up at the lookout.
Now get going quickly. I sense something's going wrong.
Yeah, I can feel it too.
It's like, you think it's over, but it's only just begun still.
And he fires a fake moon at the sky.
Nappa! Right. What are they? Damn. Oh, that's not good.
And, Vegeta's muscles are bulging out. He can use the arm again.
Not the best, but a little R&R in the healing tank should be able to. The healing pot should be more than enough.
And Nappa, we don't know if Nappa can control himself in his aura form. All we know is he can do it. So, I'm having an idea of how strong. Given his personality, I don't know for certain, but he might be able to have some.
Nappa, let's finish this.
And, Nappa's just. And now they're just trying to run away. It's like, solar flare! Oh! Like, we got to get away. Damn it.
If I could just charge up, I'm charging my attack up quick enough. Suddenly a tail comes and like takes his head up. It's no good.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Whoa. You guys got really, I can tell you guys.
Goku, you're here. You're here.
Yeah, my Piccolo voice went out there for a second.
Goku.
And I was like, Goku. Dad! And he's like, oh, man, this isn't good. We need to cut off their tails. What? Yeah, I remember King Kai telling me about Saiyans when I got there. If you cut off their tail, they're not going to be able to transform. They should transform back.
All right. But how are we going to get there in time?
And Goku's just thinking. And he's like, okay, I have something. If you can stall me some time, I should be able to whip it out. And so it's like, you got this. It's like, fine. And you, what's that in there? You see Goku doing that whole spirit bomb. And he's like, it's Kakarot. Kakarot. And he's like, I'm your opponent. And he smacks Vegeta hard in the face. Boom. And he quickly comes in and knocks Nappa down on his ass. Before Nappa's tail comes and smacks him straight to a canyon wall. It's like, damn it. Destructo Disc. Shinjiku! They're all just trying to keep these guys at bay. It's like, all right, ready. It's like, yeah, take this. Yeah. Now, we see when he goes against Frieza, it still has this giant ball. When he did it against Vegeta the first time, it didn't really there was no ball real there. He just had it in his hand. Then we see what's left of it, and it's like a volleyball-sized ball, like bigger than a volleyball. It's a decent-sized ball. Here, though, that's because he lost a lot of the power. Here, though, that's not the case. It's a full-power spirit bomb from Goku. And it hits them dead on. And they both get enveloped. And at that point, Krill's like, one last time. And the Destructor comes and cuts both their tails off. And they both hit the ground, burnt to a crisp. Just bleeding. But there's not our day, huh, Vegeta? Shut up. Damn it. Gotta get back to the pod. And, they summon the pod there. It's like, where exactly do you think you're going? I was like, you're not going anywhere. This ends now. And to which Goku mainly comes like, Goku, what are you doing? Let him go, Vegeta, Piccolo. They're not a threat to us anymore. Besides, you're way stronger than them they can ever be now. No, you think that's you, bastard. Besides, I want them to heal up. I never got a shot at them. I want my crack at them when the time comes. That's it. You can't be so naive, Goku. If we let these guys heal, they're just gonna come back again and try to take the place over. Yeah, and you really think you're gonna just quit training at any point and keep getting stronger? Piccolo's like, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of, Piccolo? Fine. If they come back and I can't take them on, you better hope you can. You better keep training. You better get back to training, Goku, because I'm well beyond you now. We'll see about that. Maybe right now, but eventually the tides will turn. As for you, Vegeta, you, Nappa. Nappa. That's a weird name. Get out of here. We'll meet again someday. Yeah, right. And then they get out of there and they go. And they heal up when they need to. And so the day is saved for the time being. But what dastardly things await? I mean, we don't need the Namek Dragon Balls now, so what's happening? Well, obviously, Vegeta and Nappa, tailless as it is, get out of their tanks, back to tanks, if you will. And, Vegeta has a Zenkai, he's up to 24,000. I think Nappa's around 10 at this point. And they get word that Vegeta, or the Frieza, is looking for the Dragon Balls on Namek. Now, we're going to not cut short, but fast forward through that part real quick. Because there's no reason for them to be going to Namek, and they're trying to subvert Frieza. They are coming in direct conflict from Frieza. The highlights of this would be, I unfortunately think Nappa just gets axed off. Because Nappa can't even transform at this point, and he's only 10,000. He can't even compete with Dodoria or Zarbon. Whereas Vegeta can, and we still get the scenario where he gets his ass kicked, comes back, recovers, he's around 30 grand now. Unfortunately, Frieza summons them the Ginyus. Vegeta realizes, this is no good. And they finally get the Dragon Balls, only to find they can't get them to work. They go find some of the only Namekians left, in this case, Nail and Guru, to bring back the Dragon Balls. Should also note that Dende is dead. Just straight out dead. They get Nail to do it. And as I always say, Nail knows that they can't speak Namekian. They have no idea what the F he's saying. So he makes the wish and gets them the hell out of there. And then makes the wish to say, they're not going to be able to find this planet again. So I always like to think Nail would be a crafty SOB and do that. I really think that really does seem to be within Nail's character from the little we see in Nail. So now it basically just begs the question, what happens? Where do we go from here? Well, Vegeta's now like, okay, I gotta head back to Earth, but not for the reason I want to, because I'm already against Frieza. The only chance I got is to ask those idiots for help. And he knows at some point, because of the whole knowing about the Dragon Balls from, hearing about it from Vegeta and Raditz and the others, that he will probably be coming to Earth at some point. So he goes, he winds up on Earth, and, the gang's there. Goku shows up, and at this point, not a lot of time has passed, but not enough time has passed that, they've kind of gotten used to the new rules. Piccolo is actually now kind of like a grumpy uncle, family friend to the sons, and Chi-Chi's definitely not happy about it at first, but she realized the guy's fine, and they're all, civil as well. Goku's been testing out, like, pushing his Kaioken a little bit against, like, both his son, who is stronger than him, and he comes like, you're even stronger than me now, son, that's awesome. It just gives me more reason to train. Like, really? Yeah. It's like, yep, I'm going to surpass you. Now I got to surpass you, huh? You surpass your old man, now your old man's got to surpass you. You got to let that happen? And Gohan's like, no, I'm going to stay stronger than you, Dad's like, oh, we'll see. Because Goku could still actually beat Gohan in a straight fight because he's got the Kaioken. He can't do anything against Piccolo, sadly. Like, even if he goes to a full-on Kaioken times 4 right now, he's only going to be able to get to a full power level of about 32, and that will just strain his body. And he's picked up on that right now. Still, it's good training for him. Eventually, though, they meet up with Vegeta and say, I'm not here for fighting. I'm actually here for your help. You're our help? Wait, what? And he explains Frieza. Yes, we came here for the Dragon Balls. Unfortunately, those devs, so is our employer, Frieza. And he explains that Frieza's the one that destroyed Planet Vegeta. That this being is so beyond even the Namekian, who is the strongest one on the planet right now. Piccolo's the strongest one by a good margin. And yeah, I don't have the strength right now to take this guy on. I need your help. Truce, and plus, as a you're just out, I'd say you're after our Dragon Balls, but we mentioned they resurrected Goku, so we used them, and they're not going to be good for another year. So there's no point in that. So how long do you think he's going to be here? There's no telling. I don't even think he's on his way. He's not here yet. I don't even think he's plotted out the course yet. And say, hey, Kami, Goku actually asked Kami, like, you get in touch with King Kai and see what's happens. Like, of course, King Kai, are you ready? Yes, I've been following this situation. It doesn't seem like Frieza's on his way yet to the planet, but it's only a matter of time. His quest for the Dragon Balls, for immortality, it won't be quenched so easily. My best guess is even now I can sense them discussing options. My best guess, you'll have no more than a month, or no longer than a week. A week? It's like, are you kidding? Like, even Goku's like, what? And Piccolo's like, what? Seriously? Just a month? Or a week, sorry, a week? It's like, given the distance between Namek and how long it takes the Saiyan pods to get there. Because remember, it didn't take the Namekian ship very long to get to Earth, in Namek from Earth. And Frieza's ship is way more effective, has bigger engines, all that. So, conservatively, let's just say it was, oh man. It's like, a week? Are you kidding? Oh, man, we only just got done with this. And to which Tien's like, all right, now Kami doesn't have any excuse for not letting us use the time chamber this time around. And it's like, right. And it's like, well. And Goku's, it's like, I only got one more use of it. Although, as someone kind of explained, he only spent a month in there, so he technically has almost a full other year in there. But I'm sure Kami and Popo will point that out. All right, we'll have to talk with Chi-Chi about this, but it looks like we're gonna be going in there again. And so, yeah, they're going in for another round of time chamber to prepare for Frieza. Will it be enough? Piccolo's only got one other time. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be paired up like this. Because they'll each have two use times, but there's 7 days. So each one of them is going to go into one time. So you'll get Chaozu Tien the one day, Yamcha Krillin the next day, Goku Piccolo, Goku Gohan. There's still 2 days, so that means the other two will get another day in there. So they're all pretty much just going to use up all their days. At the 24-minute mark, do I have enough time to go into power levels right now? No, I think we'll save that for the next one because I want to be fresh on that when I do that and not be like, okay, what were their powers again? So we'll save where their powers are going to be by the end. But it's going to be a whole time chamber free-for-all coming up in the next episode. Preparing for the Frieza. Preparing for the Frost Demon. Till then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you folks for the next one. Later.